I knew we could be. I mean, I knew the kids that that we got, and they're just going to keep fighting, and they did, and they stayed together as a team, and through all the ups and downs of the season, and and it was a lot like last year, so we had that, and a lot of them had been a part of that team as well, so they knew it was possible, and if they just kept believing and kept working, and they did, and it gives us a chance.
Well, you had so many good performances in that game from a lot of different guys, but it seemed like the offensive line really controlled things, especially in that first half. Just talk about their performance.
Well, the last 3 weeks, they've really been solid, and from the Rider game on, the offensive line's really played well, and they just continue to work and get better, and they did. We were able to, just ball control that first half. They ran 11 offensive plays the first half, and that was huge. And so we've just built on that since really the Rider game.
You have taken a couple of trips down to the Metroplex, and does it say more about the strength of your district against maybe the perceived weakness of their district down there?
Well, I think it says a lot about our kids up here. We don't know if we get a lot of respect for football up here from some other parts of the state, but man, we got some tough, hard-nosed kids around here, and that has a lot to do when you get in the playoffs, and get to hit them in the mouth a little bit and show what West Texas football is kind of about, and that's fun.
Is there something you can kind of pinpoint about this team over the past 3 or 4 weeks? Seems like they started to gel. Maybe you got healthy, but momentum seemed like it started to build at the end of district and obviously carrying into the playoffs.
Yeah, and health had something to do with it. We weren't ever really full strength up until this Northwest game. Even the Cooper game we weren't. And so that has a lot to do with it. But it says a lot about the coaches and the kids. How they enjoy the game and they enjoy being out there, and we enjoy each other, and that's probably the biggest thing is they never felt like they couldn't play with anybody. Even though things weren't going well, they kept that belief up and kept the work up, and it's paid off for them.
You talk about Patrick's performance. We named him our player of the game. He was just outstanding. He ran hard. He followed his blocks. Just talk a little bit about how key he was for you.
Well, his kid's also been kind of up and down for us this year, and but he's also a kid that he thrives off of football. He's a good wrestler too, but he really loves football, and I've had conversations with him about that earlier this year, and he's just bought into everything that we've asked him to do, and again, it has paid off. He's had a few good games for us, good runs here or there, and he's just a fun kid to be around.
Talk about your challenge this week in playing Canutillo.
Well, they're big. Their offensive line is big. They've had a big physical offensive line. They like to run the ball. In the videos that we have, the 4 games that we've had, they've thrown it they average about 10 passes a game. So they want to throw it and run the counter and just run at you, and that's what they want to do offensively. On the defensive side, not as big up front, but they're quicker. They got little smaller guys quicker. They've got a little bit of size. 2 really good safeties to come down and play. That we're gonna have to. You try not to count too much for safeties in the run game, just because it's hard to. But you're gonna have to kind of account for those guys because they're gonna come down and make tackles and play physical. And I just remember that we played them in 2013 in this round, and it was the same type of deal. They were really physical, so we expect it to be a good physical football game.
Gaylon, this whole year you've talked about being consistent. The one thing that's evident, consistently you've gotten better every week, and that's not from a lack of effort from the team, but y'all growing together. There's some undefeated teams that we visit with all year. There's teams that are loaded, but here you are consistently. You are here every week, and it has a lot to do with your kids.
Yeah, like I said, they bought in from the get-go. Even from end of the season last year to now, they bought into everything we've asked them to do. And you worry when things didn't quite go your way, and that some of them start checking out, but they just never have. The coaches had and the kids had, and they've just been awesome. And they've truly believed that that they have an opportunity to win every game, you know, and so as long as they can keep that and keep working and keep enjoying the game, because it's a fun game, you know, I think, you know, we got an opportunity to play with anyone. Okay. Sam?